What's the rough part? That I just completely lost it, or
it disappeared? It's probably under the bed, I think.
Yo, this is day 20. You already know what's going on here. It's your boys. We're just here, and we're just guys. We're here with Trev. We're here with Skylar. We're here with Ed and the boy Matty B. Take it away, bro. Take it the fuck away, bro.
All right, so these companies releasing their movies on streaming platforms rather than theaters. Well, or it's in both, correct?
So, yeah,
in theaters
mostly
and
both.
platforms. But I'm just curious how the market's going to change, and how it's going to impact theaters.
Man.
Because do you think a lot of people will actually end up just watching it at home, even though the price is way more expensive?
I mean, you're gonna have a niche, but personally, who's talking about it? I think it was LeBron. He was like, yeah, I like to go to the movie theater.
Yeah,
it's
we made
a
it.
small journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's an experience. It's just fun.
Humans made that for a reason. We knew that we liked to see. I mean, before that, it was a theatrical theater, like a Broadway, like a play. We wanted to experience things in a group. And I will always reference Endgame. If you watched Endgame in theater, you were there when you felt the emotion of the. Oh, you weren't. You weren't there.
I wasn't there, but also
That's
again,
rough.
I'm sorry.
Movies in general, if you see a big blockbuster movie with with a filled theater, you feel the atmosphere. Like when something happens and everybody goes, oh,
yeah,
you feel that shit.
What was it? Guardians 2. When they
Oh.
when they go for the pose, they go for the pose near the end, and what's old girl Mantis just gets knocked.
Yo,
Craziest scene ever for me, yo.
we were in the theater and it was laughter, and all you hear is Travis go, "Oh, that big guy mollywopped," and it was just
Yo, it was crazy, yo, because it was a dope pit. Right before she gets mollywopped, I was like, oh,
it was coming in.
It was a dope, but God, she got rocked, dog. I mean, clean. Off screen so quick, I was like, "Oh my God, she died."
She gone.
But that kid was boom, move, get out the way.
God, guys, yo, that thing was crazy. So now, I enjoy movies. That's why, I say every time, when Batman comes out, I'm going to the movie theater.
Yeah,
You're not gonna stop me. I'm not watching that in my house, paying $30 for that when I can go watch it for $10 with my peeps.
I think the real problem also is that movie theaters aren't really using their market to their advantage. I heard that you can rent out a theater for $100, and it's if they promoted that a little more, I feel like they would have more money and more inflow.
Yeah, I don't know if they want to promote that more, because then it's going to be a lot of people trying to do that.
But that's the thing. That's on their risk, because you promote it. You're saying it's $100. A single guy could go in there and pay $100 and be in there, and watch a movie. Or you have all your friends that you're hanging out with anyway. Mm-hmm. That if you were serious about COVID and all that, you wouldn't be hanging around them anyway if you thought they had it. So they don't. So you hang out with them regardless if a movie theater is there or not. Promote that, because people already do it. People know that people are going to be around each other. Yeah. That is a given fact. It was hard enough when the whole shutdown was even occurring for people to not be around each other. They're going to try to do that. So just promote that in a safe way. I don't see the problem with it.
I will say this. I think the market will adapt there, because, we saw with the Mulan release, that was a big fail.
Yeah.
And they ended up losing a lot of money. And I think it's really in a situation kind of reacting to the fact that so many theater businesses were closing down because of COVID and everything. Mm-hmm. And the fact that there was no support there for that business industry, right? So I think that was kind of, the movie industry's way of trying to adapt very quickly. And they found out really quick that you can't charge that.
And even so, to that point, before COVID, you had blockbuster hits, right? You had the big movie the times were summer and the winters, because you had your Star Wars and stuff like that would come out during the winter, and then you had your summer big blockbuster hits. Of those big blockbuster hits, there's only but so many studios now, because Disney bought everything.
Yeah.
I mean, so if those movies aren't coming out, those mom and pop shops that were making movie and making honestly scraping by, off of concessions, really.
Yeah, that's why they're so expensive.
They're not going to survive. They haven't, and we've seen that they're not going to survive. Honestly, if I was Bob Iger on Disney, I would dead ass purchase theaters and literally just buy them just to keep them up and running. And if they want to buy their shares back or like buy their company back, they can. But I want them to stay because you're not going to get the same if they're gone.
Yeah, it's like it's just preserving what we have left. Because I mean, what is it? Even in Charleston, there's one left.
Yeah,
there's one large theater left. Both of the other ones are closed.
Yeah, like I honestly don't see. Okay, I'll give you a great example. It really saddened me when I heard that Coming to America 2 was going to be on Amazon.
Dude.
Because I know now that I can't go to the movie theater to see that.
I would have loved to go to the movie theater to see that.
Absolutely.
And it's like, and even Amazon. If Amazon went out and started buying theaters and was like, this is now an Amazon affiliated movie theater, we're partnering with Regal or something like that, we're partnering with these like small businesses that would be the best way to go about it, because it's not like they're going to lose anything. They can put out their biggest blockbuster like hits they have on their streaming service, because they have some big ass good ass movies that they can just put out in the movie, the actual theater, and give it some competition again. Because if once the vaccine comes out and we actually can go out and stuff like that, there's not going to be much left when it comes to movies theaters. Yeah. That's the saddest part about the movie theaters.
It is. Me clicking on my TV to click a movie to watch is not the same as me going to a movie theater to go watch it.
It's really not.
I'm going to be moving and things are going to be happening around me in my house, blah, blah, blah. You in a movie theater, you sit there. Yeah. You enjoy what it is.
It's the sole purpose that you're there for.
Exactly.
It is an escape from your life. You know, if you think about it, like, my parents, it was so important to them. They pulled every one of us in my family out of school to go watch Revenge of the Sith. In the middle of the day.
Crazy.
It was that important.
Nice.
And it was a situation, we grew up like that. And, going to the movie theater, even way back when it first got invented, in the 30s and 40s, it was an escape for people from their lives. It's a way to get away from your everyday where you're working and you're dealing with problems for 2.5 hours and just explore a different world.
Also, we've been quarantined for however long. You think people still want to just be in the house to watch a movie?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there is like the two mindsets, right? I was seeing somebody. So like when the quarantine first started, Roku actually made they did like a home theater thing. Mm-hmm. So they have like all these home theater Roku devices that you can get, so you can actually pimp out your living room or your living space and then make it a home theater. So there's two.
Is it free?
No. The capitalist is excited.
Yeah, go on, buddy.
My G, if we really wanted to, we'd have all of these on Patreon. But but I mean, like, think about the fact that, like, I mean, if you had a life where you had the money, like, you worked all the time, and like you knew that there was gonna be a day where you take a vacation or something like that, but now you can't go anywhere for like months. You have all this money accumulating. This is the best time to make sure that your home is your vacation. Mm-hmm. And like, that's one mindset. But the other mindset is, even after you do that, is it going to be satisfying?
You're still just at home by yourself. It's like,
yeah,
we're humans. People want to be around each other.
Yeah,
that's like human nature.
You walk out of that theater and throw away your popcorn and talk to people
about
how cool the end of that movie was.
That right there is one of the biggest ones, actually. Walking out the theater and everybody's like, "Oh my god, this movie was great! Yeah. Oh yeah, you remember? Yeah,
it's 8 o'clock at night. It's dark outside.
Yeah,
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. You walk in there, sunlight. You walk back out, it's pitch dark. Yeah, oh my god,
it's different.
That's real. Yeah, like you're taking away such stellar vibes for something that, like, I can watch a movie in my house any day. Yeah. I can do that at any point of any day because I live there.
So now the question is this: how maniacal is it for these companies and these streaming platforms to say that there is not only theater releases but also streaming releases? Because who knows if they're actually going to go back to the old format once theaters come back?
Well, that's the thing, is I don't think that's the plan.
You don't think they're going to... Yeah.
I mean, you see it even with Marvel moving all of their streaming shows and the amount that they just announced.
Yeah.
The amount of different shows that they announced specifically for Disney Plus that weren't movies. It's crazy to think that they would invest back into a business that wasn't really on the uprise anymore.
Yeah,
in terms of finances.
And you can make more money making bingeable shows instead of just...
And you can make... Honestly, I mean, it's hard for me to say this, but it is a level of truth behind it. You can make better stories because you have more time to really flesh out. I mean, like, if we would have gotten Winter Soldier and Falcon as a movie, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but I don't know if I can enjoy it as much as I might when I'm watching a show that's like 10 episodes long.
Yeah.
And I could see, an hour long each episode. It's like, come on.
Fact, The Mandalorian wouldn't hit the same if it was a movie.
Exactly.
No, it takes the pressures off the world of storytelling and puts it more on world building.
Yes. And on the Marvel aspect of it, it is kind of funny because Marvel has always found a way to bring comic book like storytelling into a media, but it's really interesting because now after the cusp of Endgame, we had that big story. You're getting all these small little pieces for their next big thing, and that storytelling in TV is the equivalent of having smaller titles that will connect into the whole.
Or having a show that's leading up to a series finale.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what would be crazy was if somehow they could set it up to where you would pay a price for a TV series and then go to the movie theater and watch the series like weekly or something like that.
That would be kind of...
That would be insane, right?
That would give reason for Disney and companies like that to purchase the theaters.
Yeah.
Is to make them useful again and make it so that after quarantine, people have a reason to go out. Like, yeah, we could be watching this home, but we know we want to go to theater and see this.
Yeah.
Like you purchase a pass,
and
then every week when like a new episode or something comes out, you can go back to the theater and watch it.
That's dope. That's dope. Honestly, that's pretty dope.
Honestly, if you're listening out there, Bob,
put some season ticket holder passes on.
I'm gonna need some revenue for that idea.
Come on, not free. Bring us in.
But I mean, either way though, I'm going to watch Batman in the theater.
Yeah,
that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be stellar.
We'll see if it makes it.
I don't need to see more trailers. I know it's gonna be stellar. So I'm gonna go watch that in the movie theater.
So what big studios are going along on this process? Like Warner Brothers and Disney are already along with this. What other?
Fox. I don't even know if Fox is still in the movie game anymore.
I mean, they did.
Isn't that Disney now then?
Yeah, but
partly they sold back to Disney.
They sold their properties.
Yeah.
But if Fox wanted to make another movie right now, like a new property, I don't know if they could.
I doubt they would. I doubt they would.
I think they sold their movie company to
news.
I feel like they did.
What did they sell on news?
Like I think what is that Fox Searchlight?
Yeah,
they're like.
Yeah, but
their company for movies.
But they still only have news and sports.
Yeah, I don't even think they would want like the movies that they would drop would be like more like 30 for 30s, about some sports players or some shit. Yeah. I think their main goal is TV anyway.
Now, absolutely. That's why they got rid of them.
Exactly. I mean, shoot, they make plenty from Fox and Fox News,
absolutely.
And that's what they're gonna keep doing. That's why they're not gonna give that up. I get that.
Until Trump TV comes out, and that's gonna be crazy.
Oh God.
Trump TV in the theaters.
Fun fact about that. That was actually his main plan. His main plan when going into to presidency, that he wanted to get enough clout so that when he drops his network, that he would have enough viewers. But then he won, and so now, he's still trying to get. I think like people were saying he's been like picking up people from Fox. That's why he was like so close to Fox because, but it wasn't like literally Fox. It was
now
the
they're
people
falling out
in Fox, and now they're falling out. So I think they're going to end up taking some of their anchors. I mean, that could be a thing, but.
Is the world losing?
No, well, I might just to see.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It'd be like the rights SNL. You know what I mean? It'd just be crazy.
Those crazy Democrats.
It's crazy.
Come on.
I feel it.
Yeah, shit, man. I'm just interested to see where this digital streaming and media goes.
I think we're in a digital age, but it's weird.
At the end of 2021, I'm curious to see how everything's looking.
It completely depends on how these companies react to the market's demand.
Yeah, that's dead ass.
Will people actually go back to theaters?
I think they will. Personally, I think they will.
Or
I think people are really antsy to get back outside.
But then who is the question? Who's going to really do it? I really don't want Amazon to do it because they don't really have as much as I would want to see in theaters like that, unless they can partner up. Like if it's I don't know, because
multi-conglomerate deal.
They are still competing with other streaming services.
Absolutely.
So I don't know how they will be when it comes to Disney and stuff like that, putting out a release. I mean, unless they get more money, just being a theater that they don't have to worry about like competition like that, then
I mean, even
which I feel like they're gonna make more money anyway, just putting it on their own platform. Which I hope they don't do this thing where they just release something solely on their platform and not even give like the theater a chance, because then it's like obviously people are gonna, if people want to watch it, that's the only place they can. So.
That's what Coming to America 2 sounds like it's gonna be.
Yeah,
and that sucks.
Again, you think about it. There's so much opportunity in these theaters. I mean, you could rent them out to sports people and make it for games and stuff like that.
Yeah,
of all kind, for parties. There's so many different opportunities that could be explored, that need to be explored by people who have the money to support the business. Because without it, I don't even know if the movie business makes it.
Yeah, they need a light on fire under the movie industry.
I see it like this: the people who really want to take the vaccine are the people that are inside right now, so they're gonna probably be the first ones to get it, so they'll go back outside. And the people who don't want to take the vaccine are the people that's already outside. So I feel like as long as that rings true, hopefully, and I have to keep hope. Hopefully, these movie theaters will come through.
Yeah, it sucks to see all these like small businesses having to close down and stuff, and I hate to think that movie theaters could be on that list of like the shit that closes down.
Industry.
Yeah, it's an integral part of all of our lives and growing up. It's gonna be that we never thought we'd be without. But
I want to take my kids to a movie theater.
Yeah,
Cool, man.
I want the experience of buying my kid an icing.
Like, damn, like that's real shit to think about. But again, hope.
Yo, freaking prayers for 2021, you know?
Yeah.
This year better
do
something, man. Yeah. For real.